Okay, well, I know that we all got some secrets, and we'd love you to drop them on us. That's why what we do here at the KVJ show is open up the old confessional. You can come right on in, sit down, have a couple cocktails, because you talk a lot more when you do. Get yourself all nice and loose. Talk to Father Kev.
Ooh, I'll have a cocktail. You pouring?
I figured, yeah. Could you imagine if we just put Virginia in the confessional with about 5 or 6 cocktails in her belly, what we'd hear?
Oh, I'm sitting on some great stories.
Especially if you even gave her the topic and go, okay, now go rant on this. Yeah. And she would just go off.
What I would see is she wouldn't stop. And then after a while, I'd be like, gosh, my knees are getting tired here. I'd have to probably walk out. You come back 20 minutes later, she'd and then...
I need a side podcast.
Yeah.
And then that bee said this.
And here's what happened here, Father Kev.
Yeah, I do need a side project.
Yeah.
Is it therapy?
Okay, let me see here. We've got some confessions rolling in here. In fact, even Thomas from West Palm Beach, he's got something he wants to confess here. Now, it says that you are divorced here, Thomas. Is that correct?
That is correct.
But you went to go visit your ex. And what went down and why did you go to visit the ex?
Okay, we have grandchildren together, so I went to visit the ex to give her some gifts because she was getting to go see the kids. I wasn't able to give the grandchildren the Christmas gifts. And I was with her, her mother, and her husband, who he doesn't still like me to this day. And they've been married for 20 years. Well, they've been together 20 years, only married 5 years.
Okay.
And so I went out to see her, the mother-in-law and everything, and it was fine. I mean, he was a little perturbed that I came out there. Whatever. They're still my family. We have children together. We'll always have a connection. Mm-hmm. So talking with her and everything was fine. And I left, and she called me up, and she's like, listen, I wanted to give you a hug. And I was like, well, that was a good thing you didn't because your husband was probably looking out the window. 2, she said, you're looking very good and healthy. And I told her, well, I'm staying healthy and trying to do my best. So when I remarry you, I'm around for you forever. And I said, listen, I'm not trying to tell you to divorce your husband. So I don't know. Am I wrong for wanting to remarry my ex-wife that I'm still in love with?
Oh, this is juicy.
I love it. You're not wrong for your feelings, right? Am I correct in that?
You can't help your feelings, Kevin. You love who you love.
Yes. Now, the fact that she was sending you those texts, if I were her husband, you're right. And he's probably the way he is because he senses something and he feels what's going on. And for her to text that to you, I believe that's out of pocket. And that's sending you some messages that have you feeling the way that you do, Thomas, and that you're saying back to her that you want to remarry her. And now this dude is in the way. Now,
she needs to end her marriage before she starts to rekindle your flame. Both of y'all are going to send this man over the edge, and he might pick up a gun.
Because you don't want to be a homewrecker just because she's saying some flirty things or some nice things. It's good for the ego. I understand that. But keep in mind, she still is married to this guy. They're married with each other.
Absolutely. And Right, and like I told her, I said, listen, I am not asking you to divorce your husband. That would be totally on you because if you divorced your husband to remarry me, in God's eyes, that is totally wrong and it will not work.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh,
she needs to get her house in order and deal with whether she's staying with this man or not. And that decision needs to have nothing to do with you. She needs to get her house in order.
Just out of curiosity, how many guns does this guy own?
Absolutely none.
Okay.
That's good.
I just think you got to be careful because they are married, and I understand old feelings will, come up. But you don't want to be a homewrecker either.
Is this the first time that you guys have dabbled
absolutely.
Is this the first time you guys have dabbled with this kind of language, Thomas? Or have you guys kind of been throwing out there that maybe one day there'll be a reconciliation, you'll get back to your ex as soon as her current husband's out of the way?
No, this is something that just rekindled in December.
Wow.
Yeah. We would still communicate. We would talk about the kids and stuff like that. But as far as communicating like we're communicating now, no. And I think I'm the one who threw the freaking match on the gas when I said to her that, listen, I'm staying healthy, so when I remarry you.
Yeah, you did.
And she, she got a good jiggle out of it. And like I said, I'm listening. I'm not asking you to divorce your husband. That would have to be on you. I know you're not happy, and I know you didn't marry him for love because you told me that. So
I'm not telling you to divorce him. I'm just subconsciously planting things in your head.
Thomas, I want to read this text to you, and I want to get your thought on this. This text that just came in says, Thomas, you're divorced for a reason. No good marriage ends in divorce. Those 20 years are blurring your judgment. Don't do it. What do you think about that comment?
No, I don't like it because we've always had a good relationship and communication. So
why did you break up?
Down a bad infidelity.
On your end or her end?
My end.
Interesting.
Okay.
And that's because, and the reason, there's never a really good reason why you were infidel with your wife.
Right,
okay?
right.
But I was, because I was a young man. I didn't have a father to, point me in the direction like, listen, this is how it goes now. You're married and so forth.
You made a big mistake.
And then I was a young man. Yeah, exactly. And I was a young man, and I made a big mistake, and I paid for it, and this is where I am now.
Yeah, okay. Well,
this is fascinating. It's an onion.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, onions make you cry.
Thomas, I would appreciate if you give us any updates if this story moves anywhere further, and I'd like to hear how it goes. And I know this is a very delicate situation, and I'm sure you'll handle it the right way, Thomas.
Oh, absolutely. I have 2 children with her, and I'm not going to have them hate me because, she divorced her husband, who is now, to come back and marry me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm against her divorcing her husband just to come back with me. That would be a no.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, quite a confession, quite a story that we got here, an ongoing saga. I hope that we have a part 2, and I hope that things work out the way that they should, Thomas.
Well, I thank you guys. You all have a great day.
Okay.
Love you guys.
All right.
We love you too,
man. Best
just
of luck.
Try to stay out of her marriage as much as possible because you don't want beef with him.
And definitely I would not throw out any flirty text or anything. I wouldn't entertain it. You're playing with fire. I know you guys have a past, but this is explosive.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Okay. Well, there we go. He kind of ate up all of our confession time, but I had to delve into that.
I was here for it.
I hear you. Yeah.
I mean, I want to be honest with people if they call in, but I think it's a terrible idea for him to get involved with any of this. I mean, he's letting nostalgia take over and possibly going to ruin other people's lives.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I'm sure there are a lot of stories out there that are very similar to Thomas that worked out where they got back together and it was absolutely great. You do have to really respect the current husband, though, and I just don't want anything to be done that's wrong by him.
Exactly.
So, we don't need to be doing that.
No.
Let her get her house in order before you send any flirty messages.
Yeah, I mean, the other perspective of it, somebody texted and said, 20 years changes a lot. People do change, and sometimes people find each other at the wrong time, like we just talked about earlier with the old string theory.
It happens.
But she's married, though.
Exactly. You're right, because right now is still not the right time.
No.
Right now is still not the right time. Well, I guess we can start off our makeup or breakup segment here by talking a little bit more about Thomas, who we just had with a KVJ confession where he confessed that he has got the feels for his ex-wife from 20 years ago. They got the kids together, went over to her parents' house. She's there with her current husband that she's been with for 15 years. He senses something, doesn't really seem to like Thomas too much, and then there was a flirty exchange after Thomas wound up leaving the house about, want to basically get back with you and missed a hug from you. And she reciprocated a bit and said some things that a married woman should not be saying as well. So there was a little bit on there. Now, some of the comments that people have, like Karen, trying to speak for his wife, and she said, or ex, he said, she will never fully trust you again. You cut her deep, and that cut never fully heals. And I am speaking from experience, says Karen. Okay. Now, Another person texted and they said Thomas cheated before and is saying don't leave your husband. So is he going to cheat with her? I was trying to leave Thomas with the, hey, man, handle this thing on the up and up. And, you know, you can be there for the kids, but I would not do anything to sabotage that marriage. That's bad.
Stay out of it.
The problem was, though, and I don't know if you guys heard it, Thomas started to say, oh, yeah, absolutely. But then he did double talk and then explain, well, he's a bad husband and blah, blah, blah. And we belong together and we have kids together.
But that's not for you to say. That's for her to say and for her to decide. And she's got to sort all that out, but not for the whole reason that she's going to get back with you.
I think he heard us. I don't think he was listening to us.
Yeah.
It's hard because you're in it.
Yeah.
He is so in it, and he's blinded by these feelings and emotions, and it's stirrings of the past. He's filled with regret.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, he's the one that made the mistake, and now he's about to make another mistake by. I mean, how do we know that her second husband isn't a great guy? We're going on his opinion, the guy who's trying to,
I believe Thomas.
Oh, that's insane to me.
That's what she does.
And nothing. I mean, I'm not trying to bag on Thomas, but he brought it to the air, and that's my true opinion.
Well, you don't know this other guy.
You're right. This guy is terrible, Kevin. He stole crypto money. He's the worst.
Another text said, Thomas is lonely and is barking up a known tree. She should not leave her current husband for him. He hasn't changed. He gave excuses for his past behavior, and now he shot his shot to get an affair going. And I hope that's not what the shot is all about, because the one thing I am truly rooting for, Thomas, I trust in you. Just listen to your voice. You're not going to have an affair.
Don't have an affair, because then you make this messy.
Well, don't even hint towards it. Don't respond to the flirty text. Don't do any of that stuff.
You've already done too much.
You're putting yourself in a position where everyone's going to get burned. Trust me. You play with fire. Love is a gamble.
Okay. Let her figure out her house, her marriage, her life, and then you tell her, talk to me in a couple years after you get all that settled.
And you know what? Cheaters need to feel bad. You should regret. If you cheated on somebody and you did them wrong, you should have a time of reflection.
But just remember what they always say. You lose them how you got them.
Yep.
Yeah, I think people can. I think if you're a cheater, you can change. I'm not one of those ones that say once a cheater, always a cheater. I think some people can really get better and not be that person. But I also think it's rare, and I think you got to really do the work and admit you're wrong and say you were a scumbucket. If you are cheating on somebody that they have no idea and they love you, you're a scumbucket for doing that.